Hello friends and welcome to Knowledge by Nature. In today's video, I'm going to show you everything that we used for first grade and what we thought of it. Did we finish it? Did we like it? Just my end of the year review. So if this is something that you're interested in, stick around. If this is your first time here, I am a homeschool mom to a soon-to-be second grader, and we love all things books, homeschool, and sharing our journey with you. And if that is something that you are interested in, I would love if you hit that subscribe button and give me a thumbs up if you like this video. So as I was pulling all of this out, I was a little surprised by how much I actually had and really how much ended up working. So let's dive in and see what we liked, what we didn't like, and just let you know that all of this is for our family. So even if there was something that we didn't like or didn't work for us, it's because it didn't work for us. It's not that it wasn't a good curriculum or anything like that. So please don't think I'm talking bad about any of these. And I really don't think that I have anything bad, really. We'll see. Okay, let's dive in. All right, let's start with math. That was probably our biggest hurdle this year. And so let's just start with that because might as well. This is Dimensions Math 1A and 1B. This is what we started the year off on. We had done KA and KB for kindergarten. Worked great. It just seemed like a natural flow to go right into 1A. 1A, the very beginning, everything was going smooth. She wanted to do the writing in the textbook. She wanted to do the writing in the workbook. She wanted to do it all. And then she didn't. She didn't want to do it. She quit enjoying it. She wasn't liking it. So I started adding some things. One of the things that I added was a Star Wars workbook. This was just a really fun way for her to do some math. She was really into kind of Star Wars at the time. So this was just a great resource to have. I really, really like the Brain Quest workbooks, and this one for sure she really enjoyed. I like the content that is in it, and they're just really pretty fun pages to play with, especially if you are a Star Wars fan. So this we really enjoyed, along with we were still using this, but we were starting to rotate a little bit. And we rotated with Life of Fred, which is also down here. We love Life of Fred. We are on dogs. We've done A, B, C, and now we're on D. We haven't been doing it as much, but we will start picking it up again. But this is another win for us. It is not our whole curriculum, but it is something that we can add in as just a different way to approach math. And she does not ever feel like she's doing math with this. So it's a very, very relaxed way of doing math, even though you are officially doing math. We were rotating this in with the dimensions, but I really wanted something a little bit more to do on those off days since there's really not a whole lot of practice work with Fred. I picked this up. This is really neat, really, really pretty. The colors are really nice. She enjoyed the pages, but as you can see, we didn't make it very far in this one because we ended up switching from dimensions to... And if you've been around very long, you know that we switched over to Primary Mathematics 1B. We finished up, there was one topic that wasn't covered in 1B, so we finished that up in Dimensions because it wasn't in Primary 1B. So we did that, and then we switched over to this. She loves this. She really, really likes this, and so we quit using this. Not that this wasn't good, it was really good. We just really didn't need it anymore because this had enough. And so we're not rotating this anymore. This is our math. And so we were doing Primary Mathematics 1B, the US edition, for the end of the year. I foresee us going to 2A. I can't imagine that we won't be going to 2A, but there was definitely a math transition this year. Absolutely nothing wrong with Dimensions. They're both absolutely wonderful programs, but she prefers this over this, and I don't have any issues teaching her with this, and so that is what we are going to carry on with because Singapore math, hands down, you can't go wrong with it in my opinion. So this was math for the end of the year. It was a wonky year for math, I feel like. I was really surprised because we were so successful with kindergarten, but we just hit a wall and could not seem to get over it through 1B. So I went ahead and made the additional purchase for primary mathematics, and I'm so glad that I did because it just is really working for us right now in this season. So it could be one of these days you may see us back in Dimensions. I don't know, but I do know for right now, this is where she's happy. That makes Mom happy. This is where we're at, primary mathematics. Up next, something that we really enjoyed was the roller coaster rider. This is from Half a 100 Acre Wood. This is a really nice introduction for starting your cursive writing. We really enjoyed this. We are not completely done with it. We need to be doing our uppercase letters, but her print really started faltering, and so we paused doing cursive for a little bit and went back to working on our print. So we will continue with this in 2nd grade. Really enjoyed this. Okay, up next, this is a set I actually purchased off of eBay used. I was really after just the history one, but it kind of came as a package, and I thought, well, I'll just kind of give them all a try and see what we thought. We ended up using this because she really enjoys having multiple workbooks to use. She really liked this. Really quick lessons for sure. She loves animals. This was about animals, so she just really enjoyed this. I won't be continuing on with this, but she did like it. Then we had the health, safety, and manners. We used this periodically. I just pulled out a few things that I thought would be good for us to cover as far as, you know, her safety of riding her bike and being aware of which way to go. There were some things, again, I will not be getting this again, but it was helpful. I wouldn't purchase it again, but it came with the set. My America and My World, I really was not happy with this one either. I won't be continuing any of these again, that just wasn't something that I'm into really. I like more of a read aloud or just a different form of the workbook. This was just okay. We used it a lot for, let's say we were talking about Benjamin Franklin. We would read this one page on Benjamin Franklin, and then we would kind of do more of our own in-depth study on it. So if nothing else, it gave me a topic of, okay, let's talk about Paul Revere today. Let's talk about Benjamin Franklin today. Let's talk about Abraham Lincoln. So overall, it was great for giving me kind of a topic to kind of delve further into, but I wasn't crazy about it. Won't be getting it again. And then the community helpers, again, she loved this. She liked all of these. She really liked them a lot, actually. But I did try to find, she just seemed to like this one so much. I don't know why. It just talks about like nurses and firefighters. I don't know why she liked this so much, but she really did. We flew through this super quickly because she wanted to do it every day. I did look to see if I could get another one of these like in the next step up. I can't find that anywhere. If you guys are aware of that, will you put that down in the description for me? Because she did love this, and if I could continue it on, I would, simply because she liked it so much. Overall, I won't be getting any of these for next year, though. Alright, let's look at a few of my little random workbooks that I have. This is one that I got in kindergarten that I just never used because if you mess this page up, you mess up the opposite side, and that always bugged me. Until one of you had the wonderful idea to use stamps. And so that's what we did. I bought some stamps so that she can stamp that. I was just having her write it, but we have started using this again. We use it maybe once a week during the school year or twice a week, not very often, but this was pretty nice once we figured out how to use it for ourselves. Up next is Mindbenders. I really was not sold on this one until we got a little bit further on with it. Part of it could be that this is pre-K to K, so maybe I just thought it was just a little bit too easy. She really likes this, so I will definitely be getting the next steps with this one. This was Mind Benders. I love this for doing logic, and I will be getting it again because ended up at the end of the year, she just really, really loved this and wanted to do it all the time, so I've got to get her the next level. We originally started out with Lollipop Logic, which I absolutely love. And I still like this one better than Mindbenders because the lessons are all a little bit different. They're not all just squares. So I did like that this was a little bit different. She really likes Lollipop Logic too. She was liking this one the best, but it's all finished. So I don't know if she would still choose this one over Mindbenders or not. We ended up doing a human body unit study, and I got these 2 books to go along with those resources. I loved this one. This was a really, really great activity book for the human body. Really, really nice. Lots of information, but not a ton. So you can do it quickly without being overwhelmed with the information. Absolutely perfect for K through 3. It says that. I totally agree. Really, really great. Would definitely recommend this one for any sort of human body unit study you were going to be doing. Then I also got this by Wide-Eyed, which I love Wide-Eyed books. And this one was neat, but it really did not scratch well. It was really, really hard to scratch. And so we didn't do it very often because it just did not scratch well. And I can't stand that kind of nails on a chalkboard sound. And this definitely did it. Absolutely. So the information was neat. I like the concept of the scratch and learn, but it didn't scratch well. So she didn't even want to do it because it didn't scratch well. So I like the book, but it just didn't scratch. And maybe I should just say scratch wheel a few more times since I appear to have done it like 50 times. Okay, up next is Explode the Code 1. This is just another workbook that I had at the end of kindergarten that I rolled over. I really don't know what level we should be on right now because we just quit using this. I do really like it. I may find out what level we're supposed to be on and get one for 2nd grade because I really do like the way that it does the concepts of the phonics. I'll look around and see, but I do like this. I think it's great for kindergarten and 1st grade for sure, but we just didn't continue it on for whatever reason. My big all-in-one workbook is the Brain Quest workbook. This was fantastic for when we went road schooling. Really, really great. I love the Brain Quest workbook. I really, really like this one. We're going to finish it up this summer. There's a little bit left to do. That way she can just pull it out and do 1 page or something at whatever she wanted to do during the summer. This is a really, really nice workbook, a pretty good size. I love the coloring in it. Really like the Brain Quest, so this worked for us. All right, let's go to science. So, we loved Sassafras Science. This was totally a hit for us. This is actually volume 1, which is really half a semester. So we should have done 2 of these. But she really, really liked this. And what we would do is we would delve deeper into the animal that we were talking about. So if we were talking about the Amazon rainforest, we would study more about the Amazon rainforest before we went to the next chapter. Really, really like this. Volume 2 is going to be the human body. I would have went ahead and started that a little bit sooner, but we kind of did our own human body study for a little bit, so we did that. And so for 2nd grade, I will be using Volume 2, the human body. Love the Sassafras Science Adventures. So does she. Big, big hit in our house. And I said that I like to keep different workbooks around. Tinker Active is one of those workbooks. We really enjoy Tinker Active. I already have this again for 2nd grade. That is just one of the really fun things to do. It's a very small amount of information that you do for each lesson. And then in the very back, there is a Let's Start, Let's Tinker section. Super simple, easy little projects. She feels like she gets to do a project without me having to do a ton of things being drug out. Really like this. Again, another win for us. All right, let's talk about history. History is something that we didn't just get super smooth with for first grade. One, is not a priority for me for first grade. As long as we're covering a little bit, which we did the Abeka history, and we would do little mini unit studies with that. Then we started this about the end of the third quarter for first grade. We really like it, but I don't care for the activity book. She does not care for the activities either. She doesn't really want to color anything. She just didn't enjoy the activity book. So if I go to volume 2, I will just get the book or the CDs or something. I may actually end up doing the audiobook. That will be something that we can do like car schooling, and I can just put that in there and not have to worry about reading it, but we could get it done. If I do end up going with volume 2, it will just be this and not the activity book. I like it, but again, we just really weren't pushing to get a lot of history done this year. We were reading, writing, math, that sort of thing. That was our priority. We do love read alouds, so we do enjoy the reading aloud portion of it. We just weren't crazy about the activity book, so I don't think I will spend my money for this again. All right, for language arts, we did the first language lessons for the well-trained mind. I like this. It's just very small snippets of information where we are learning what I think we need to learn for first grade language arts. Punctuations, sentences, memorizing some things. We just kind of take it as we want. If we don't want to memorize it, we just go on to the next subject. Then along the same lines is we have Writing with Ease. I love this. I really, really, really like this. And this is the one that has all the worksheets in the back, so you don't have to come up with your own copy work. This was a great way for us to practice our handwriting some too. So when our print really started failing, these were great ways to practice that handwriting. There's copy work in both of these. If I'm doing both of these on the same day, I'm going to probably omit the copy work from here and only do the copy work here. If you have a student that really likes to do a lot of copy work, then you could use both of these. But for me, I would usually skip the copy work in here to do it in here. But I really love both of these a lot. Up next is All About Spelling. This is level 1, and we did okay with this one. I really love the way that it teaches. I love the way that it is broken out. I think maybe my biggest thing is that it just takes longer than maybe I kind of think about spelling taking. So one lesson is not a one-day thing. One lesson is possibly a 5-day thing, to be honest, depending on how you want to break it out. You could do your initial introduction to what you're learning, and then you could do this the next day, and this the next day, and this the next day. So that's probably like my biggest hiccup with it, is that I really feel like because it's so small, I should get through it quicker, but I think it's something that needs to be taken slower, at a slower pace, and I think it works a lot better when we take it at a slower pace. We are almost done with this one. We have just a few lessons left in level 1. I have another workbook that is an Evan Moore workbook that we are going to try for a little bit at second grade. Depending on how we like that, we may continue with it for a little bit, but if not, I will definitely be picking up level 2 because I do love how it works right along with All About Reading. Now, let's check out All About Reading. All About Reading taught my daughter to read and read really well. I love All About Reading. This is our 3rd time with All About Reading because we did pre-reading, level 1, level 2. We love this program. It works wonderfully for us. She's such a good reader. I am going to go ahead and do level 3. I know sometimes people stop at level 3 because really at the end of level 2, you have a reader. But I like the rules and the things that she's learning to help her continue to be a strong reader. So I don't know if I will go past level 3, but I definitely am going to do level 3. And we will probably do it maybe a little bit slower than we did with level 2. I don't know, but beautiful program. It absolutely taught her how to read, and it was so easy as a teacher to teach my daughter how to read with this program. So we had a lot of hits, a lot of hits with this year. So here it all is. That is a lot. Really, it is insane how much is here. But we really had a lot of hits. We really did. There really weren't, even the misses weren't really misses. It was just not working for us in that season, because I really would not be surprised to see Dimensions back in our life again. I feel like it could come back around again, because it's not a bad program at all. None of these were bad. Some of them just didn't work as well for us as what we wanted, and that's the beauty of homeschool. If it's not working the way you want it to work, change it. If you have any questions about any of this, please put it down in the comments below. I hope you have enjoyed this, and my little puppy's in the background there. I'll see you in my next one. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, thumbs up. Have a great day. Bye.